Imagine buying gold, government bonds, or even real estate. But instead of paperwork, banks, and waiting days for approval, you own it instantly as a crypto token in your wallet. Welcome to real world assets, or RWAs. And right now, this might be the hottest trend in crypto heading into 2026. Some analysts believe the market could grow to over 16 trillion, trillion with a T. But what exactly are real-world assets? And why are institutions suddenly paying attention? Let's break it down in simple terms. So, what are real-world assets? Let's keep it simple. Real-world assets are physical or traditional financial assets that are represented on a blockchain. Things like gold, government bonds, real estate, stocks, commodities, basically assets that existed long before crypto. But now they're being tokenized. Tokenization simply means turning ownership into a blockchain token. Think of it like this. Instead of owning a paper certificate for gold, you own a digital token that represents that gold. And the cool part, you can trade it 24/7 globally. No banks, no closing hours. Your asset basically become internet native investments. That's pretty wild, right? So an example, tokenized gold. Let's look at a real example. Paxos Gold. Each token represents one real ounce of gold stored in vaults. So when you buy the token, you essentially own a piece of physical gold. But instead of storing gold bars on your mattress, which honestly sounds cool but probably isn't safe, you store it in your crypto wallet. For example, each Paxos Gold token equals 1 ounce of gold. Gold stored in London vaults, and it's tradable 24/7 on the blockchain. Example number 3, tokenized government bonds. Another big example is tokenized US Treasury bonds. Yes, government bonds, but now on a blockchain. Projects like Ondo Finance allow investors to buy tokenized exposure to US Treasury yields. Why is that interesting? Because suddenly crypto investors can access stable yield from traditional finance. And traditional investors can access it through blockchain infrastructure. It's basically Wall Street meeting Web3. And honestly, that's a collaboration nobody expected a few years ago. Point number 4. So why is everyone suddenly talking about RWA? 3 big reasons. Liquidity. Assets like real estate or bonds are normally slow to trade, but tokenization makes them instantly tradable. Accessibility. Normally you need a lot of money to invest in certain assets, like real estate, for example. Tokenization allows fractional ownership, meaning you could potentially own $50 worth of a property instead of buying the whole building, which is great because most of us don't usually have 3 million laying around for an apartment building. Also, the global access. Blockchain allows everyone with internet to access investments that were previously limited. This is why many experts think RWAs could be the bridge between traditional finance and crypto. But why institutions care? Here's the big plot twist. RWAs aren't just crypto trends. Institutions are entering this space. Banks, asset managers, and large funds are exploring tokenization. Because if trillions of dollars in assets move onto blockchains, it could completely change how finance markets operate. Imagine trending stocks, bonds, and commodities 24/7 like crypto. That's the vision. So here's the big takeaway. Real-world assets might be one of the most important trends in crypto over the next decade. They combine traditional finance, blockchain technology, and global accessibility. And that combined bring mass adoption to crypto. But of course, like everything in crypto, there are still risks and regulations evolving. So always do your own research. Now I'm curious about something. Do you think RWAs will become the biggest crypto trend in this decade? Or is it just another hype cycle? And also, would you invest in tokenized real estate or gold? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this video and want more simple crypto explanations like this, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications. It would help me a lot to grow this channel, because the next big trend might already be starting, and I'll hope I see you in the next video.